after reading it all last night. Or recommend to the board?
We are seeking recommendation, if the committee is comfortable doing so, to the village board for review. I understand the content is kind of extensive, but we wanted to make sure we were taking our time. You can probably see a bit more of changed policy in section 1 comparatively to all 3 of them. Most of that being related to operational changes we feel have occurred since the last handbook was adopted, some clarifying points that managers make along the way when they're managing employees through situations, but at some point in time, some policies are born through events or instances that we just want to make sure we avoid in the future. And so some of that you can presume came about in the last give or take 10 years, and we wanted to clarify in plain language.
Okay. All right, I guess I'll make a motion to recommend chapters 1, 2, and 3 of the Village of Jackson Employee Handbook regarding general personnel policies, employment policies, and classification and compensation policies to the village board.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Seeing none. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Review and discussion on professional services agreement with Washington County for shared planner services.
Happy to tee this item up. You'll notice in my synopsis of the contract, the synopsis is almost the length of the contract. My apologies. I did a bit more of a comparison between the existing services the village staff and Plan Commission receive from a consultant planner, Tim Schwecke. We'd still retain his services for the zoning code work and update after we seek another competitive quote, though, and confirm that his number is what we wish to proceed with. But otherwise, we would be looking to transition our, I would say once a week or so, planning consultation to a new position the county is hiring. The employees onboarding timeline was included here in the memo. I would just advise the board, if you're considering whether or not you like the contract, it was written with a 30-day termination clause, which is probably the best case scenario for us. It doesn't obligate us beyond 29 more days after we give them notice. Okay. So I think it's a non-risky endeavor for the village to pursue.
Okay, I'll make a motion to recommend to the village board a professional service agreement with Washington County for shared planner services.
Second.
Any discussion?
I just have a question. Is this person, whoever this is, are they gonna be at our planning commission meetings as well, or no?
I would say largely you won't see them at our planning commission meetings. Exceptions would include if there's a particularly robust proposal at the table, and I feel like I want our plan commission to have a bit stronger of advisement available to you all. You might remember the series of Cisco reviews and approvals. We had a lot more available to you all because it's more bells and whistles. However, this position would afford us the opportunity to bring that person on, not just for certain proposals, but if for whatever reason staff were not available to be here for the commission, this employee is going to be meeting with myself and potentially our assistant zoning administrator, Colin, to keep up to speed on what plan commission applications are coming through and anything else that might be more silent or in the background of the plan commission. But there's a sewer service amendment we foresee being a bigger deal in the coming year. Down the line, we want to expand our sewer service boundary. We're looking for a bigger focus on just maintaining our planning efforts and strategy, a little bit more than the from time to time basis, we utilize services for right now.
It's looking like this person's gonna give us advice and stuff like that, they're not gonna overrule any of our, just how it is, right? It's just like also for advice and.
Yep.
things like that.
They serve as support to myself, support to the Plan Commission. They have no formal position or authority to make decisions for any of the committee members.
Anything else, Brian?
Nope, good, thanks.
All right. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Citizens Village staff to address the Personnel Committee.
Great job tonight.
Move to adjourn.
I'll second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.